Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palettes. I am Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is John McTavish from the Vestani Studio. How you doing, John?
Good, man. Happy for the indoor recording studio because boy, oh boy, it's coming down with the big flakes that kind of smack you in the face. You get the big juicy. So I'm like, inside is great. I'm super happy about this.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. So today we are talking about the Statesman, if that
Statesman,
is the name
statesman.
of a cigar. Yeah. This cigar is a figurado. If you're looking at the picture, you can kind of see it's probably a familiar shape to you. You've probably seen it from another brand or two. 5 3/8 by 52. Comes out of an undisclosed factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper, binder, and filler all listed as Nicaragua. No further details from that. Price point is $11, and this cigar was released in May of 2023. So with all that out of the way, John, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Overall, this was a pretty average experience. First third was kind of mildly sweet wood with some nuts, a little bit of wood on the post draw. That's kind of it. Kind of went back and forth between wood and, there was some mild baking spices at times and a little bit of nutmeg and earth at times. But I would say that the kind of wood and tobacco sweetness kind of carried the profile. Second, third, sweet earth and wood. As it kind of settled in, there was a kind of a lingering medium earth on the poster. I wouldn't say it was unpleasant, just kind of strongish on the palate. And then last third, sweet wood, mild breadiness, mild earth. So quite a bit down in strength from the second third in terms of body. And then that earth in the poster kind of moved up to medium as it continued. So again, as heavy as it was in the second third. Burn was straight as a razor for the review, and why do I have burn on there twice? Oh boy, what a fun typo. We'll have to correct that. I said the burn is perfect, right in the ideal zone, so it should be draw. Anyways, all that to say, burn was perfect, draw was perfect, so construction right on the money for $11. Gotta love that. But flavor profile pretty average. What about you?
Yeah, for me, this cigar started with a mix of hay and burning construction paper.
Hmm.
I got some light earth that joined in a bit later, and then some toasted cedar. Second, third saw some black pepper join in, and the rest of the cigar kind of maintained that profile with some slight variations in the fullness of some of the components. But average flavor profile throughout. Had a light strength level. Nothing bad about the flavor profile, but also nothing intriguing about it. First cigar I've smoked from this brand. So I wouldn't really see myself coming back to this cigar. But I'm open to trying, other cigars that they've put together. But yeah, I'll get a little bit more into our kind of in our final thoughts. But score wise, John, you were top 5.75. I was at
Hmm.
5.5. How'd that 5.75 match up for you?
Yeah, that's perfect. That is a average flavor cigar with perfect construction. So kudos for them on the construction. But that's not something I would return. It's the exact median of every other brand that's in the market. So I'm looking for something a little bit higher in the 6.5, 6.4 mark.
Yeah, my 5.5 matches up well. Average flavor profile throughout, similar to you, John. I just had a slightly offset burn as the cigar started, which
Hmm.
can happen from the shape that this is. But once it got past that first third, it was straight the rest of the way. And I
Hmm.
just had a slightly tighter draw than I prefer, so that kind of knocked it down. But otherwise, we would have been right on in line with each other in that. All right, final thoughts. Let's go.
So normally we don't call out brands on this, but I feel like I got to mention it because, it could be a one-off. Cigars are a handmade product, and there's variance. As humans are not perfect, nor should they be. But man, oh man, as soon as I picked up this cigar, I kind of did a double take because I was like, this cigar feels way too light, and I actually had to go onto the spreadsheet and double check that I had the right cigar because I'm like, this is not right. This is not what the size is. 52 ring gauge by what, 5 3/4,
5 3/8.
and 5 3/8. And I'm like, if you've smoked enough cigars, you can tell immediately picking up a cigar. And I was like, what is going on? And when I weighed it, it weighed at 9.6 grams. So where I would expect that cigar to be is somewhere kind of in the 14 to 18 gram mark. So roughly half of kind of where it should be. And that kind of presented itself in terms of smoking time, I smoked this cigar in 59 minutes. I haven't smoked a cigar in 59 minutes in, I don't know, since I was at the show and smoked like a little 3-inch cigar. So, did you find the cigar light? Did you have a really quick
It
smoke
was
there?
very light. Yes, I would agree with you. And I have a couple of theories around maybe why, but
Mm,
one is so the website says it's 5 3/8 by 52. I measured the cigar for length and it was 5 inches. So it's a little short from what they
mm,
say. It does feel very light. To me, not necessarily that the smoking experience kind of exhibited it but to me it felt like it was like just a very dry cigar. So it
yeah,
even the water, any kind of water weight that would have been in it was gone, which kind of added to the lightness. Um, but I don't know that you know, I don't know that I experienced a cigar that just didn't have enough tobacco because I feel like I would have felt like I would have been smoking through a wind tunnel if it
hmm
was that underfilled. I didn't get any of that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the tobaccos that are being used that are just very light tobaccos or something
maybe.
along those lines. But yeah, it was a super light cigar. It smoked fairly fast. For because you have a 5 inch cigar, but the first half inch of that is a very small ring gauge,
Yep.
kind of with that nipple tip piece, and then you have a taper pretty much from this beginning of the second third on. So yeah, very, very fast smoking experience, very light cigar. I would agree with you there.
I will say I don't think I had humidity issues, both because my burn was perfect, but I measured it with the Humidimeter Pro, and the Humidimeter Pro clocked in at 64.9. So I was like,
Yeah,
that
I
kind of
mean,
is bang
to me,
on.
it didn't smoke like sometimes a cigar will smoke super fast just because
Yeah,
there's
you can
no there's
tell it's
no water
smoking
in it,
because it's
right?
dry.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't get that, and I did, like I said, I didn't get it where I felt like the draw was loose,
hmm
which can also occur if it's dry or if it's underfilled, which I just didn't even get that either. So
Yeah, I would. So I will agree with you because I did sort of feel the cigar, and the other thing, if you smoked enough cigars, you can tell when something's spongy. It
yeah,
did not feel underfelt. So that's why it was very confusing because it felt like it is properly constructed. There's just a pile of tobacco missing, and I don't know. I have no
yeah.
explanation.
Yeah, so interesting cigar. It's a new brand, kind of I think a style type of brand.
Mm.
So I'm open to trying some other cigars. They
Yeah,
all seem to be going with interesting shapes for the different lines. I think they have 4 different lines. So
that's cool.
um,
I mean,
yeah,
look, the price on this was $4 cheaper than the current market value. So
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, exactly. All right, wherever you're catching this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Check out the full written review on the website, developingpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Statesman is the same statesman. Statesman.